In this video, I will tell you and demonstrate and work with you on the heart meridian and the small intestine meridian. According to the organ clock, the heart meridian has its most active time of the day between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. and the small intestine meridian between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. We'll go deeper into those meridians later. First, join me for a meditation that calms the energy of the heart. So sit in a comfortable sitting posture like Seiza, sitting on your knees, or can be cross-legged position. You could even sit on a chair or lie down if you feel like that. Inhale, lift your shoulders, and exhale, release. And repeat this. Inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, soften them. And once more. And then place the tip of your tongue behind the front teeth to the palate, which is called kan ro. And close your eyes or relax your gaze. Soften your body. And then bring your attention to your heart area, so the chest as well as the upper back. If you like, you can place your hands on your abdomen, the hara, so you can feel the breath. The abdomen, the hara expands on the inhalation and sinks back to the center on the exhalation. And as you breathe through your hara like this, imagine the energy of the breath entering your body through the heart center and through the space between your shoulder blades. So soften these areas. Imagine as you inhale that energy also enters past the heart center and flows down and between your shoulder blades. Soften these areas. Also on the back between the shoulder blades and on the breastbone are very strong acupressure points, energy centers that support the energy of the heart, that balance this energy. And expand this softness to your whole upper body. To your shoulders and collarbones. And arms and legs. And your face and head. The energy of the heart is connected to the shin, our awareness. So being present and aware in your whole body. And after your next exhalation, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Gentle acupressure with the tips of your thumbs to the breastbone and open your eyes. And now inhale, extend your arms up, look up. And exhale, circle them down, bring your chin to your chest. Repeat, inhale, extend up, look up. Exhale, circle down. Once more. Okay, the heart meridian, where does it run? It runs from the armpit on the pinky finger side, on the inside of your arm, towards the pinky finger. Very simple, very easy. The pinky finger, it runs to the side of the ring finger, the inside. So again, armpit, tap on the inside of your arm, gentle tapping your hand and the pinky finger. And now follow the outside of your pinky finger to the side of your hand, side of your arm, the elbow, all the way to the back of your shoulder. And then tap on your shoulder blade and maybe hold your elbow to reach it more easily. And then on the side of your neck, cheek, and to the front of your ear, right in front of your ear. That's the small intestine meridian. So from the heart meridian in the armpit, we tap down to the pinky finger and then to the outside of the pinky finger, outside of your arm, to the shoulder blade. And here it runs in a zigzag movement. But we cannot really stretch in zigzags. And of course, we can find the acupressure points, but for now, this is much easier. And I will demonstrate other acupressure points to you in a bit. To the side of your neck, cheek, in front of your ear. And let's switch sides. So from the armpit, heart meridian, tap down to the palm, pinky finger, and then on to the small intestine meridian, outside of your pinky finger, elbow, shoulder, shoulder blade. And this is an area where we often find tension. So release and relax, release the energy, release the obstructions. And then the side of your neck, cheek, and ear. And again, let's start at the heart. The heart meridian is considered to be the emperor or the empress of our body, regulating everything with utmost awareness. And the small intestine divides. It decides if something is useful for us or not. So if you eat something, it decides if it should be really absorbed into the body or just move on through the digestive tract. If you hear something, the small intestine decides if it's important for you, if it's valuable, or if you can just ignore it. If you see something, for example, if you're shopping, the small intestine helps you to decide if this is something for you or maybe not. And then to the side of your neck, cheek, and ear. So the small intestine is, of course, a very important meridian. We need to know what's valuable for us and what not. Otherwise, we just get overwhelmed by improper food, improper things we digest, by the things in life we don't really want. So let's find small intestine number 3. If you make a fist of your hand, it's just below the knuckle of the pinky finger on the side of your hand. So again, open your hand and take a look at your hand. There are wrinkles in your hand, and the highest wrinkle, the one closest to your finger, runs to the side of the pinky finger. Where it ends, that's where you find small intestine 3. And if you make a fist, you can also see exactly where it ends. Hold this for a while. Small intestine number 3. Relax your arm while giving acupressure, and remember, acupressure is not about giving very firm pressure. It's about touch, it's about feeling the energy. And this acupressure point improves the flow through your spine, the energy flow through your spine. And repeat on the other side. Find the acupressure point on the other side of the pinky finger. It might be sensitive or not at all. And a lot of the small intestine acupressure points help to remove obstructions so the yang energy can flow freely. And we need yang energy. We need it to flow freely in order for the yin energy to be able to move and flow as well. So let's rub small intestine 3 together. So you can make gentle fists or keep your hands straight if you like, and just warm these acupressure points by rubbing them to each other until they feel very warm. And then one more acupressure point can be found on the wrist, just past the wrist increase on the outside of your arm. And you can warm this area by rubbing it. Or you can massage especially the part that's in line with the pinky finger on the outside of the wrist. You will find the thicker part of the bones over there, and that's where it is, just hidden behind the bone. The bone is like a mountain, so this is like in the valley below the mountain, just a bit towards the elbow. But warm this area, it's not really easy to find, but it has a beautiful name, this acupressure point, happy old age, because it removes obstructions in the yang energy that arise when we grow older. And when these obstructions are removed, the yang energy can flow freely. So we're still flexible or remain as flexible as possible, even when we grow older. Let's switch to the other side. Warm this area on your wrist. Maybe remove a watch or any jewelry. You can also massage in circles around the bony part. It's about creating movement in the way that feels comfortable for you. Maybe rub around the wrist. Oh, can you feel your body? Can you feel the increased energy flow, maybe in your arms, maybe as well in your head or upper body? Maybe you can feel the intestines, the small intestines, and maybe even your legs. Okay, now curl your toes to the floor and let's perform some exercises for all the elements, all meridians, but also creating space in the heart area with them. Swing your arms from front to back while bending your knees and straightening your knees. An exercise for the lung and small intestine meridian, but also creating space around the heart center and around the back of your shoulder where we find the small intestine meridian. If you like, you can breathe a bit faster. Inhale when the arms swing to the front and exhale, leaving everything behind that you don't need anymore when your arms swing backwards. And slower and slower and slower. And notice how your arms feel. Maybe you feel more breathing space or more activity in the abdomen connected to the large intestine and small intestine. Or maybe you can feel your feet more firmly on the floor. Now with one leg, take a big step to the front, other leg a bit more backwards. You can make this step as big as you like. The front knee is above the ankle or a bit behind it. And the back foot can be on the toes. Extend your heel away from you so you feel a gentle stretch. And inhale, lift your arms, extend to the fingertips, and exhale, lower and bend your knees a bit. You're like a bird of prey soaring through the air, flying calmly. Feel the strength in your legs as you bend your knees. Point your tailbone down so you can feel the stretch on the stomach and spleen meridian in your legs. And create space in your heart area. Extend towards the pinky finger as you lift your arms up. Lower your shoulder blades. Let them slide down your back. Remember, the shoulder blades are connected to the small intestine energy. And as you inhale, switch sides. So maybe just switch to the other side, or maybe place your legs in the opposite way, and then with the next inhale, extend your arms up. And exhale, bend down. Point the tailbone down so you can feel the stretch on the front of your thigh. Extend towards the pinky finger and move in your breathing rhythm. In this sequence, we follow the order of the organ clock. First, an exercise for lung and large intestine. And here, this is also for stomach and spleen in the upper thigh, strengthening the legs. And all this exercise also creates space in the heart and small intestine. Now move back to the center and step your feet about hip distance apart. Lift your arms to the side, one hand up, look into this arm and extend to the side. Point your tailbone down, extend your crown up, and reverse. And extend especially towards the pinky finger, so it's a very small exercise. We turn the palm up in the direction that we look towards, and then the other arm, other palm. So one palm faces up, the other faces down. On your breathing rhythm, inhale, look to one side. Exhale to the opposite side. Extend your arms towards the pinky finger. Lower your shoulder blades. Relax your shoulders. One more time. And relax. And lift your arms up past your ears. And exhale, fold forwards. Feel the stretch on the back of your legs. Feel the gravity creating space between your vertebrae. Relax your shoulders. One more deep in and exhalation. And then bend your knees. And sit in a cross-legged position, or maybe cross your legs a bit more, a bit further so that the feet are next to the hips. Place your hands next to the knees and fold forward, maybe just a little bit to create this stretch at the hip area. Maybe even more. Relax your shoulder blades, let them slide to the side. And soften into the posture, create space at the area of your hips that will help you to ground. And then inhale, sit straight up. Bring one arm up and then lower the hand to the upper back. Hold the elbow and bring it towards the center. Notice that you create a stretch from the armpit towards the elbow. Part of the heart meridian. It's very hard for you. Maybe hold your hand, hold your wrist, and gently pull it to the side to create space in the heart and small intestine meridian. And of course, if you like, you can also interlace your fingers behind your back. One more in and exhalation. And release. And then reverse to the other side. If you like, you can push your feet to the floor and then just make a little circle. And then you're back again in the same position, but the other leg on top. And of course, you can relax your legs and then place the other on top as well. Hands beside your knees and fold forward. Relax your shoulders, the shoulder blades. Let the shoulder blades slide to the side. One more deep in and exhalation. Sit straight up and lift your other arm. Place the hands on your upper back. Hold the elbow and bring it a bit towards the center. And of course, you could also stretch the arm or interlace the fingers behind your back. Breathe deeply, deep inhalation all the way down to your lower belly. Long exhalation. And release. And then a straddle pose. We combine the stretch for the heart, protector, and triple burner with the one for liver and gallbladder. Interlace your fingers, extend your palms up, and move from one side to the other side. Stretching the inside of your arms, but also the side of your body and the inside of the legs. And now bring your arms around your shoulders. Let the hands be in the touch of the hands be an invitation to relax your shoulders, where we find the triple burner meridian, but also the small intestine meridian. And then take a comfortable sitting posture. And I'd like to invite you to place your thumb on the wrist increase in line with the pinky finger on the inside of the wrist and just stay there. This is a very strong acupressure point on the heart meridian called Spirit Gate. And as you will notice, it calms down, it centers, it connects you to yourself, to your spirit, to your inner peace. So hold this acupressure point, just a gentle touch, and maybe feel its energy. Maybe at some point you can feel the pathway of the heart meridian running from the armpit towards the pinky finger. spirit gate connects you to your awareness, your shan. It balances the heart energy. And if you like, find it on the other side as well. So in line with the pinky finger on the inside of the wrist, right on the wrist, increase, gentle touch. And stay here as long as you like to empty the heart and calm the mind. So please stay here as long as you like. And when you feel ready to finish this meditation and this acupressure, release. Circle your arms up and overhead. Lower the hands past the head, heart, and hara. Back to your heart and end with an inner smile.